Welcome back. President Biden now set to meet in just days with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman during his closely watched trip to Saudi Arabia this week. And there's major economic implications here in Wisconsin. In exports alone, the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation reports the state exported some $171 million to the country in 2021. Fahad Nasser is spokesperson for the Saudi Embassy in the U.S. He joins us from Washington from the embassy. Welcome to Upfront. Good to see you.
It's good to be with you, Matt.
It was not too long ago that President Biden vowed to make Saudi Arabia a pariah in comments that echoed across the world. How important is this trip politically and economically for the countries?
Right. So Saudi-U.S. relations are longstanding. Not only have they endured for the past 80 years, but they have continued to broaden and to strengthen under both Democratic and Republican administrations. The relationship in many ways is multidimensional. It does have a very important economic dimension, but it also has a political, military dimension, as well as an important people-to-people dimension.
How is the kingdom and the Crown Prince preparing to respond if the president asks about the death of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi and the overall human rights record of the country?
Right. So we have said all along, certainly for the past 3 years now, that the murder of Jamal Khashoggi was a heinous crime. It was an egregious affront and violation of not only our laws, but also our values. The people who were behind it were arrested, prosecuted, and have been held accountable. We also took concrete measures to make sure that something like this never happens again. And I think what is important to remember here is that in our 90-year history, nothing has ever happened like this before, simply for the fact that this is not who we are. It is not how we do things. It is not how we resolve our disputes.
Will he dispute the U.S. intelligence that says the Crown Prince is responsible for his death?
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely disputed that. We rejected this assessment. This is not the kind of relationship that our leadership has with our people. And again, we have 90 years of history to prove that is simply not the case.
Let me ask specifically about Wisconsin's connection to Saudi Arabia. There are contracts worth billions of dollars with companies based here in Wisconsin. Marinette Marine is building ships for the Saudis. Oshkosh Corporation is producing armored vehicles for the kingdom. How critical is the U.S.-Saudi relationship specifically to this state of Wisconsin?
Right. So those are two good examples that you mentioned. But the economic dimension of the relationship is really very important. By some estimates, I read a study recently by an American scholar who estimates that the trade between our two countries on an annual basis, which is estimated at $40 billion, I think last year, generates or helps support 165,000 American jobs across the United States. Obviously, a few thousand of them are in Wisconsin because of the two examples that you mentioned. At the same time, it's worth noting that as we speak, we also have 35,000 Saudi students who are currently studying in the United States. By some estimates, the students who have come to the United States going back to 2005 have generated $14 billion worth to the U.S. economy. So this is a mutually beneficial relationship that I think has certainly helped and benefited many people in the business community, both in Saudi Arabia and certainly in the United States as well.
A very important trip just days away that both countries in the world will be watching. Fahad Nasser, spokesperson for the Saudi Embassy in the U.S. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
Coming up, the RNC plot thickens.